Harry, this is Lord Potato, and this is What If Naruto was the reincarnation of Deadpool, Part 5, the end of the series. This is where, well, my door literally gets shut, well, mostly blown up to pieces, and someone runs in screaming, "What the fuck you mean this is the end of this series?" I gave him, mostly this person just says, what do you mean this is the end of the series? No. Didn't you say you would do 7 parts? I look at him and I said, no. Fuck off. This will be the end of this what if, but yeah. Now, of course, this is where, well, let me begin the what if. Let me say one thing. Dimensional barrier put on me, and dimensional, what's it called? Dimensional space put on Deadpool. Mostly it's just a protection so he wouldn't break the fourth wall or annoy me. So yeah, this is where Deadpool is screaming, but of course he's in a dimensional space right now. This is where, well, I go on with this what if. So let me begin. No recaps because it hasn't been 1 month since part 4, but yeah, it's been actually 2 days. And I did mention I wanted to finish it like the next day from that day I upload part 4, but I got too tired. And I remember saying that I wanted to upload like 2 what ifs like yesterday and 2 what ifs on my second channel. No, I got really tired. I literally didn't feel like doing anything. Like after uploading those 2 videos that were kind of long, I just didn't feel like doing anything. But yeah, I don't know. I was motivated for a little bit and then I just died with less energy. But yeah, but not the point. Let me begin into this what if. But yeah, so of course, we go into, well, Naruto. Naruto is, well, just going into the warfare. Of course, this is where we go into his closet. This is where Naruto gets yellow spandex, 2 swords, another 2 swords, 2 guns, 2 Desert Eagles, another 2 Desert Eagles. This is where, well, he gets his reality stone, and he gets other stuff, but yeah. This is where he gets a rubber chicken. A rubber chicken. Squeak, squeak, honk, honk. He just squeezes it like that. This is where, well, he gets some stuff that can't be say. Most of this, like, long pink. Nah, I'm just not gonna say. But if you understand what it is, yes, he pulls that out. Just in case he needs to literally fuck someone. But he then kind of goes on, kind of throws something behind him, and literally just kind of looking for something. But yeah, this is where he finally finds it, and it's none other than something called a holy grenade. Well, not a holy grenade. It's mostly a grenade, but it's not normal. It has the symbols, well, mostly 3 yellow symbols and 3 black symbols. Yes, and it's kind of round, and mostly it's a round symbol with 3 yellow and 3 black. Mostly it's kind of 1 black in the middle, well, not in the middle, mostly on top or above. Look, mostly it's kind of like in the middle but above, 1 to the other side and the other side, and mostly it's covered with yellow. But yeah, this is where, well, it kind of just, it just like looks like that. And of course this has this like greenish glow inside, and if he pushes a button it's going to explode. That's the word, well, he grins and says, "This is what I need, the nuke grenade." So yeah, it's basically a nuke in a hand grenade. But yeah, and it's called the nuke grenade. This is where, well, Deadpool then gets out of his house after smelling the fresh air from, what's it called, mostly his house. This is where he like gets out, closes it, locks it, and kind of just like pats the door and says, "Goodbye home. I'll see you later. It might take me years, but fuck it." This is where he smells the fresh, like, air outside and says, it feels good to really start a war right now. Yeah! This is where he just skips straight towards the battlefield. But yeah, we then go into the battlefield. The Cloud Village has declared war on the Leaf Village. After a while of, well, getting paperwork and literally kind of getting evidence of the Nine Tails. This is where, well, he also asked, what's it called, he aligned himself with the Stone Village to kind of go into this war. Now, of course, the Leaf Village is kind of trying to get the Sand Village or even the Mist Village on their side. It's just the Mist Village is staying neutral again, and of course the Sand Village is iffy to even help the what's it called Leaf Village. So yeah, this is where they ask what's it called their smaller kind of alliance towards the Waterfall Village, which they agree. So of course that is happening. Now of course one thing is for sure. The Leaf Village doesn't want to piss off the yellow spandex man who clearly fucked them over a lot of times. Most times. Like, over and over and over. Literally, physically, no, I'm just kidding, but mostly just like, fucked them over lots of times. Now, of course, this is where they're not trying to piss him off to kind of go into the war. Instead, they actually want to bribe him to go into the war with their side. But of course, they don't know where he's at. But this is where, we go into a couple days of incidents happening. This is where the Leaf Village realize that the yellow spandex man has been seen in the battlefield right now, blasting their soldiers down, kind of killing them, slicing them down. Realizing that the, Cloud Shinobi and even the Stone Shinobis are kind of following the yellow spandex man straight into enemy territory, literally being able to take over the enemy territory, mostly their territory, the Leaf Village. And this is mostly the Leaf Village kind of POV, but yeah. This is where they're screwed. Because if the yellow spandex man is here, right now, blasting them straight to the 9 realms of hell, then they realize they're gonna lose. This is where, they don't have the Nine Tails. The only bijou they have is from their alliance, with the Waterfall Village, because they have the 7 Tails, but yeah. But of course, they don't have the 9 Tails no more. Actually, Donzo really wished that he never sent the 9 Tails to kind of fight against Naruto, or mostly the Deadpool yellow spandex man. But yeah. But we go into Naruto right now saying, "Sup, bitch? Pfft. Sup, motherfucker?" Pfft. This is where he's jumping into bushes where ninjas will be hiding. He actually has a better sensory to normal. Mostly he trained his skills to literally become that great assassin that he used to be in his previous life. Before he kind of got like the whole injection and became Deadpool and other things. But yeah. But this is where what was his original name? I think it was like Ryan Reynolds was the actor. I don't remember his actual name. But yeah, he trained his skills to be able to sense people's chakra, be able to, a lot of things. Now, of course, this is where, he is appearing right in front of people, like they're hiding in bushes, some people are hiding behind trees, and Deadpool's appearing going, "Surprise, motherfucker!" Bah! Blasts, head into mostly oblivion. This is where, he's blowing people's brains out, while these, Stone and Cloud Ninjas are managing to get to the territories, mostly the territories of, the Leaf Village, where they kind of set up camp and managing to destroy it. This is where they're sending attacks like earth spikes, lightning style, raining sky. This is where, they're destroying a lot of camps. They're destroying a huge wide, not reality, virality? Yeah, what was it? I can't remember. But mostly just a huge wide of different camps through the Leaf Village, making just a straight path, a big straight path towards the Leaf Village. This is where they're literally kind of managing to do that, but of course also kind of go from the kind of like making that giant path, but also going to the wide of it, trying to make it bigger and bigger. So they kind of go from different sides from mostly the other camps. So of course there's other camps from that huge kind of line they're kind of making. So of course when they made that huge line, they kind of go through those paths, mostly to the right or left, whatever camp, and those people that are going to the forward, mostly the front, are going still to the front, making the Leaf Village kind of mostly territory not be able to defend each other, or mostly defend from either the right or left. They can't even defend from the front because they're getting bombarded. This is where Deadpool saying, "Oh, hello there, man." Bah! He shoots a Jonin Sensei down. This is where, Deadpool just keeps running through here, blasting people until he had to dodge a kick. This is where, he then appears in the tree right now, kind of smelling his, what's it called, guns after kind of like gunpowder, like steaming, mostly steam comes out of, mostly the guns. He said, it seems that you want to fight me there. This is where, the person, he has what's it called, a bowl haircut, and of course this, like, mostly this, like, it would have been a smile, but his eyes and his look, demeanor, and other things just looked very angry. Deadpool says, "Hey, why are you so angry? Shouldn't you have a smile on your face?" This is where, the person says, "I am Mike Guy, and I won't let you get close to the Leaf Village, Deadpool." This is where, Deadpool says, "You won't be able to defeat me." This is where Deadpool puts both of his guns away and pulls out both of his swords. And this is where Deadpool's voice and demeanor gets a little bit changed into a serious kind of tone. This is where, Deadpool rushes at, what's it called, Mike Guy. Mike Guy managed to dodge this, but this is where a slice managed to appear on his vest. This is where he widened his eyes. This is where he jumps away, and this is where he realized that, Deadpool's a different person. Because the last, reports of Deadpool was, he was skilled in doing a lot of crazy shit. It's actually not really, like, his, what's it called, like, fighting skills isn't, like, straightforward. It's, like, a little bit all confusing, and you just gotta be on your toes when you're fighting him. No, he went straight for the slash. This is where, he realized that Deadpool is fighting him on a, what's it called, actual predictable style. Or kind of predicting style. Until Deadpool changes his style to literally becoming unpredictable again. This is where, Mike Guy is trying to punch him and kick him, but this is where, Deadpool managed to stab him in the leg, pulls out his, what's it called, Desert Eagle, and shoot him in the leg. This is where, Mike Guy falls down to the ground. This is where, Mike Guy then also feels like he got kicked in the groins, even though it's kind of a acorn he has. This is where, it doesn't hurt him that much. This is where Deadpool says, "Damn, what the hell do you have, a fucking acorn?" This is where, Mike Guy feels kind of saddened, very, what's it called, how should I say, mostly very, how should I say, fuck. Is it no, not deprived, mostly mentally attacked by, Deadpool. And this is where, Mike Guy screams back saying, "It's not an acorn. It's at least, 3 inches. Well, not 3 inches, 5 inches, average size." This is where, Deadpool says, "No, it's not. Shut the fuck up." This is where, Deadpool pulls out his Desert Eagle and shoot him right in the ground. This is where anyone who sees this will literally cringe. Absolute cringe. This is where, Deadpool says, "Now it's back to 0 inches." This is where, what's it called? Mike Guy is screaming. He's doing that, what's it called, Baruto face when literally he gets his arm just like cracked. But yeah. But of course, this is where, we go into, what's it called? Deadpool saying, "Okay, bye. I will just leave you kind of, what's it called, like that." This is where, Mike Guy says, "No, fight me, you bastard." This is where, he's trying to get up, and this is where he says, "I'm gonna have to fight you with all the power I have. Hate." He said, "Hate Kate of death." This is where he goes into a reddish aura, and this is where he launches with his hand trying to punch at Deadpool. This is where Deadpool sees how this person is now glowing red and literally dodges. This is where he managed to dodge. This is where, he didn't dodge the other fist because it just went through him and literally hit him in the heart. This is where, they both fall down to the ground, and this is where Mike Guy, he's literally turned to ashes. This is where he says, "Damn it, at least I got you." This is where, he sees the hole in Deadpool, and this is where the hole in Deadpool just, it turns back to normal. Mostly a heart appears, and then it just regenerates so fast. This is where, Mike Guy says, "What the fuck are you?" This is where, Deadpool gets up and says, "That hurt like a bitch. Luckily you didn't activate something that was unneeded. Now, goodbye, Acorn Man." This is where, he pulls out the, what's it called, Desert Eagle and points it towards, Mike Guy. Mike Guy says, "I said it was average." This is where, this man, mostly Deadpool says, yeah, average, marriage, who gives a fuck? Potato, who cares? Bye. he blows his brains out. Well, turn into ash, because when it blows off, it just turns into ash. This is where, well, Deadpool says, damn, I made his brain turn into ash. Or was that just a technique? Whatever. He then walks away and says, whatever. Acorns aren't average, I don't think so. Is it average? This is what he thinks about it. He looks at the screen and says, anyone that has an acorn, are you average? Maybe. He's right now just disrespecting everyone. But yeah. This is where, well, we go into mostly Deadpool right now, rushing towards, well, back into the battle stance. He's right now blasting, what's it called, tuning Jonin's Genning's heads off with his ballet dancing and shooting. So yeah, it's mostly that's what it's called. He's right now kind of spinning, shooting people down, and yada yada. This is where, well, also if you heard that loud kind of thing, I accidentally hit my, what's it called, fan. But yeah, this is where, well, he's right now shooting, blasting people's brains out, and literally not letting them actually live any further. Literally, he doesn't care for the kid, a teenager, or literally an adult. He can give two fucks less, but yeah. Because they can also be very dangerous. This is where, well, we go into mostly, well, the, what's it called, Cloud Village and Stone Village. Managing to get really close to the Leaf Village. Getting straight right in front of the Leaf Village, mostly at the walls. This is where, well, the Leaf Village is right now just taking heavy, and I mean heavy attacks from the walls. The walls are literally almost crumbling down. This is where, well, people are saying, damn it. People, mostly, what's it called, villagers are getting scared. They're running straight towards the bunkers. But yeah, until mostly something went over the wall and literally landed near, what's it called, the wall, but also a good chunk of the village. And this is where it looked like a ball with a red button on top of it. And it was casing the metallic thing until it opened. And this is where it had this greenish energy. Until it then got hit by like two kind of rods in it, like it stabbed into it. Of course, it was open and other things. This is where, well, God, boom! This is where half the village was taken out. A good chunk of the wall was literally just blown off its hinges. This is where, well, the walls around it was kind of blown up. A huge cloud appears. Mostly, what's it called? It was a huge, like, mushroom cloud. And this is where, well, anything that it was in its, what's it called, surrounding, literally just vaporize and just turn into absolutely nothing. Anything that was not near it got a radiation and literally died in only a couple of seconds. They could not resist the radiation. This is where, well, it also did manage to get to ground level. So of course, anyone that was up below ground, like Rue Ambus, trying to surprise attack people, literally, like, mostly a structure started falling down, like earth and other things, like mostly giant rubble of like earth falling down, crushing Rue Ambus and crushing anyone that was below. This is where Donjon was screaming, saying, no! This is where, well, that whole part of that village was now covered in radiation, which some of the, what's it called, like stone ninjas and, what's it called, like cloud ninjas were in their eyes. Of course, this is where, well, the Raikage told them to kind of go to the other side. Because, well, Deadpool did warn them about there's radiation over there, and literally it's gonna kill you. This is where Deadpool runs through it, and literally doesn't kill him, because he's a different type of fucking being entirely. He is just built different. This is where, well, he appears, well, through the radiation right now, cutting anyone that was in his path, slicing them, shooting them down, slicing them again. Right now, kind of using a small little knife to cut them down, but yeah. This is where he pulls out a rubber chicken and stabs into someone's brain by literally going through an ear and just hitting them through the brain. And this is where when he squishes the rubber chicken, honk. This is where, well, the person's brain literally just became now a rubber chicken. But yeah, this is where, well, he then dodges a swing from someone. This is where he slices someone's legs off, pulls out the gun, shoots someone's head, and then another one. He shoots like 3 of them down. This is where, well, he dodges a, what's it called, chakra punch from someone. This is where he uses the sword to block it. And this is where, well, he then pushes the person back away. But the sword now has the kinetic energy. And this is where the sword glows in blue. And he rushes at the person. This is where he hits this person with a back blade. This is where, well, he hits him right in the head. This person's head just flies off. This is where with a power. This is where he's rushing with people, blasting them down, killing them left, right, down, up. Yeah, you get the point. This is where, well, the Leaf Village is literally being taken over. This is where an explosion happens. This is where, well, something is flying up in the sky. And mostly people are attacking what's it called, stone and what's it called, cloud ninjas. This is where, well, Reincarnation says, Killer B, Yujito. This is where, well, Onoki was also on the battlefield and says, he then says what's it called, Han and what's it called, what's his name? Han and, what's it called, Son Goku. This is where, well, 4 people appear right now going to the Biju modes and literally attacking the Seven Tails. Now the Seven Tails could not react fast enough, and this is where, well, she also felt like this lightning just shot at her. This little like bullet. Well, it wasn't a little bullet. Well, it looked like a little bullet. It was a huge bullet. This is where, well, where it came from was none other than your friendly neighborhood yellow spandex Naruto Deadpool. This is where, well, he had an RPG. He started launching RPGs, bullets at, well, the Seven Tails. This is where, well, the Seven Tails was getting hit left, right, kaboom, boom. Some of them were made out of lightning. Some of them were just made out of explosions. This is where, well, or mostly just gunpowder. This is where, well, the Seven Tails is screaming. And this is where, well, the 4 Bijus literally just ganged up on the Seven Tails, killing her. But yeah. But of course, this is where, well, the, what's it called, waterfall ninjas realize that they're outnumbered by the stone and cloud. But yeah. And literally, well, a couple of minutes later, the waterfall ninjas are literally just in, well, the village, because behind them are literally, they're just getting attacked by, well, the sand ninjas. Because, well, the sand ninjas realize that, well, the yellow spandex man is with the whole battle with what's it called, the stone and cloud. So he, well, mostly the, what's it called, Kazekage, who is running, village, is mostly Baki because, well, I think I mentioned that Gaara died. I think so. I don't remember. Wait, yeah. This is where, well, Baki thought it'd be a good idea to just go with what's it called, the whole alliance. But yeah, because the yellow spandex is there, he's not trying to mess with the yellow spandex man. But yeah, this is where, well, the sand ninjas are right now attacking the waterfall ninjas, and the waterfall ninjas try to attack back, but then they're getting literally killed by the other side. But yeah, they're right now pinned down. They cannot even move. They can't get any reinforcements or anything. And the Leaf Ninjas are down to a little bit. This is where, well, in the middle appears, in the middle between all the waterfall ninjas, appears a yellow spandex man with a minigun pulling out of his ass cheeks and starts going brrr, spinning around, literally just lighting every single motherfucker there in an instant. This is where, well, he then drops the minigun, and this is where the minigun just drops down to the ground, where a lot of just bullet shells just on the ground. This is where he walks away, but this is where someone attacks him. This is where, well, someone like pierces his eye and takes it out. This is where, well, pierces both of his eyes, but yeah. This is where Deadpool jumps back and says, "What the fuck? Did someone turn off the light? What the fuck?" This is where, well, the person is none other than Danzo Shimura. Danzo sees there's nothing, well, really important where his eyes are blue. And this is where, well, he tells the Root Ombu to attack Deadpool, but Deadpool can easily find them with their chakra signature. He hasn't regenerated his eyes. He literally cut them all down, even though he's fucking blind. This is where, well, even though he was blind, he pulls back his 2 swords and started pulling out 2 machine guns and started just shooting everything around him, lighting up anything that gets close to him, because he doesn't see, well, he can sense someone, but he doesn't care. Somewhere he can sense, but he's just blasting everything straight to hell. This is where, well, Donzo is trying to jump away, which he does, but he uses the Sharingan because he did get blasted like 2 times. This is where, well, he didn't see what's it called, Deadpool, mostly what's it called, taking off his mask and showing off a deformed Naruto. This Naruto is all deformed in his face. His eyes are gone, but this is where they're regenerating in an instant. Right now, showing off his crystallized blue eyes. His hair is barely there, like it's still a little bit there, like there's still a little bit of yellow hair. But yeah, This is where his whisker marks are kind of deformed, like there's barely there. You can barely see because his skin is all fucked up. It looks like a mash, fucked up pizza. Like if the pizza kind of got ran over like 4, 5, 6, 7 times, then got shot at with a fucking minigun. That's what it looks. What it looks towards Naruto's face. Naruto says, "You son of a bitch! You took my eyes out. Now I'm gonna blast you straight to the 9 realms of hell. Come here, motherfucker." This worked. Well, Danzo winds his eyes and says, "I see. So you were the previous Nine Tails host. I don't know how you were alive, but I don't care. I'll take you out, and then I'll become the Hokage of the Leaf Village." This is where, well, Naruto says, "I don't give a fuck if you have to become the goddamn Hokage, a god or king. Shut the fuck up. I'm about to show you what these hands can do." This is where, well, Deadpool and, well, Danzo start fighting. This is where Deadpool managed to clock him like 4 times. And, of course, this is where grab his neck and then crack it. But this is where, well, the Sharingan Eye, and so, well, Deadpool literally fights against what's called Danzo in an endless just stand down and fighting skills, stabbing him, punching him, literally taking out his heart by kind of just ripping his hand through what's called Danzo, taking out his heart. And this is where Danzo can't even fight against what's called Naruto because of his endless stamina. Literally, he has just tons and tons of stamina because he's immortal in regeneration. But yeah, what does it mean this endless stamina? I don't remember. But he did kind of train a lot. But yeah, just to hone his skills. This is where, well, we go into a really battered brute, what's it called, Danzo, because he got his leg literally fucking twisted to the wrong side and then punched the ground after his last uses of his Sharingan. And this is where his face has, well, like a, little, like, cut in his cheek, thanks to Deadpool having, this, like, little knife in his boot, which, yeah, this is where, well, he's kind of walking towards the car, well, Danzo. Danzo says, "You son of a bitch! You were supposed to fucking help us fight against every single great nation. You weren't supposed to fight against us. You know who we are. Well, you know who I am." This is where, well, Naruto says, "I don't give a fuck if you're my grandmother, my grandfather, or my fucking mother. I don't give a fuck." This is where, well, Danzo says, You are dead. You realize you killed your legacy of your parents here. Your parents were Kushina Uzumaki and Minato Namikaze." He grinned, thinking that would horrify Naruto. And Naruto didn't even get phased. Well, damn. They should have never brought me to life then. This is where he pulls out, like a gun from his back. It's literally a revolver. And he just shoots the 2 legs, well, mostly the leg, it was the left leg that literally was making Danzo stand. Shot them both, both of his legs out, even though one was, broken. And of course, this is where, well, Danzo screaming, "Nah! You motherfucker! You are really just destroying your legacy of your parents." This is where Naruto says, "Shit. I don't give a fuck. Literally, I don't give a fuck." Well, it seems that if I don't give a fuck, then I basically don't care about the legacy. This is where, well, Danzo says, "Motherfucker! I won't die." This is where he pulls out the seal and about to explode and other things. And this is where Deadpool says, "Shit, if you're gonna explode, let me help you." This is where, well, Deadpool grabs, well, Danzo's, chin, open it wide, pulls out a grenade, and just shove it in his mouth. And says, "Shut the fuck up and eat on that. Swallow, by the way." This is where, well, he pulls out a detonator and literally just presses it. And of course, this is where, well, he doesn't look at the explosion because he looks at the screen and says, "Cool guys don't look at the explosions. Actually, let me look at it once." This is where his eyes got hit by 2 shards. And of course, he said, "Ah, fuck! No wonder they said never to look at explosions." This is where he pulls out his own eyes and literally just regenerates them. But yeah, he says, "Ah, that hurt like a bitch. Ah." I'm back. I can see you now. Okay, kids, never look at explosions. 2 things. 1, it makes you look really fucking cool. And 2, you won't get hit by shards in your eyes. So yeah, this is where, well, Deadpool then walks away, mostly Naruto. And of course, where, well, we go into the battlefield of the Leaf Village. The Hokage was killed. He was not in the Kakashi Hatake, but Kakashi was too damn tired for all of this shit, so of course he died. He didn't care. Of course, there were other people like the Konoha 9, or not the, it was the Konoha 12? Konoha 12 or 9? But it's 9 because, well, a lot of people were dead, thanks to, well, Deadpool and other things, but yeah. But of course, there were, well, so many people died during that whole fight. And of course, when the Cloud Village, Stone Village, and Sand Village managed to get to the villagers, they fucked them up. Literally just killed most of the male population and took the female population. Yeah, you get the point. Where that happened. But yeah, this is where Deadpool didn't give a fuck. He just said, oh, my eyes. Those motherfuckers. I heard it like a bitch. This is where, well, he then looks at, well, his, what's it called, arm. Of course, he did get a cut in it, and of course, it was poison. But his regeneration managed to kick the shit out of it. That's what, well, he then says, well, time to live life normally. Or however normal I can live it. Before I literally get attacked by another type of being or something. I don't give a fuck. This is where we go into 6 years later. Deadpool was the age of 20 at that time during the war. Now he's the age of 26. And right now he's in front of, what's it called, Momoshiki and also, well, Kimashiki. This is where, well, he says, bring it on, you motherfuckers. I'm gonna show you what these hands can do. This is where he rushes at Momoshiki and Kimashiki. He gets destroyed instantly, but of course, something happens. Since he was the reincarnation of Ashura, this is where Hagoromo decides to help him out to unlock his God chakra. And also get, well, help by the other Bijus. We'll see the Nine Tails. Even though Nine Tails doesn't like helping humans, he was okay with Deadpool and his antics a little bit. This is where, well, like all the Bijus came to help, what's it called, Deadpool, and Deadpool, his power rises. This is where, well, his skin regenerates in an instant thanks to the Bijus' help. It goes back to normal. And this is where his eyes went crystallized blue, but instead they became white. Crystallized white. This is where, well, also his eyes around it, mostly the crystallized white eyes, became black. But yeah, this is where his hair showed up to be blondish, but now goldenish blonde, more longer. This is where he fought against what's called the two Utsuzukis and took them out in an instant, killing them instantly. Of course, the Utsuzukis could not use their karma and try to put it into Naruto, so of course that didn't happen. Instead, this is where, well, Deadpool had basically the same suit, the yellow, like, kind of spandex, except for the mask, but this is where it was glowing white. It was now glowing like white flames. This is where, well, Deadpool also did take out what's it called, Jigen, or Ishiki, you would like to call it, but yeah. This is where, well, he took out that person and also took out the other person that was in Utsutsuki, but yeah. This is where, well, his power then filtered, well, mostly like fault, and of course he went back to normal, except for his whole kind of cancer thing. It literally kind of regenerated, or mostly destroyed, thanks to, well, the whole 9 Bijus and, well, Hagoromo's help. Of course, he then looks completely different. He no longer has the whiskers on his face, but he no longer looks like the whole kind of fucked up pizza that I mentioned. This is where, well, he actually doesn't have the powers of a god no more. Well, he still has them, but he doesn't have like the 9 Bijus help. And so the 9 Bijus left his body, but yeah. This is where, well, he has his regeneration still. He has this ultimate regeneration. It's just, he doesn't really have god powers anymore. But of course, he doesn't care. Naturally, he decides to go live peaceably. Mostly live in the out wilderness. Well, technology kind of ruined his life. Well, he has that a little bit, but he doesn't care. He's right now, well, we go into about 300, well, not 300, mostly like 500 years later. We begin into a, well, mostly, what's it called, not 500, mostly like, yeah, a couple of 500 years later, or mostly 1,000 years later, we go into a different timeline entirely. Actually, it's been so long. We go into Deadpool Naruto having still his blonde hair is crystallized blue eyes. Well, they're white instead, and of course, kind of looks like an Edo Tensei. But of course, he kind of read up on a lot of knowledge of the ninja world before everything started changing. It is now 2023 where he's now living in. This is where a bunch of stuff happened, but he didn't care. He lived through all of it. He didn't care. He's immortal. Basically, her generation is immortal. He's actually living with the 5 Bijus and they're in their humanoid form, but yeah, they've been living with Deadpool for a while. Since all of the 5 Great Shinobi lands literally kind of been destroyed thanks to, well, Titanic shifts and kind of were changing, but yeah. But of course, Deadpool lived through all of it. Literally all of it. Now he's living in Japan. Well, mostly Japan was considered to be one of the 5 great nations. Well, it was supposed to be the huge island, but now it became Japan. And literally just smaller than the 5 great nations. But of course he doesn't care. He lives in this place. It's quite fantastic. This technology is much better than the one that was supposed to go in Naruto, but yeah. But of course he doesn't care. He's right now somewhat of a teacher. And, well, no, I'm just kidding. Not really a teacher. He's mostly like an anti-hero. Helping out people. Literally helping them out. And there's, well, the end of this what if. The end of this what if entirely. Yes. I kind of just didn't want it to just end it off where he kind of just like became old and died and blah blah blah. No, it's because Deadpool is literally immortal and can't die, so yeah. Maybe in an alternate alternate world dimension timeline, I would say that he would die because he'd find a way into killing himself, making a black hole grenade and kind of kill himself, or using the reality stone to literally break into other timelines and kind of go fuck up a dimension. But yeah, this is where, well, I said like this is where I snapped my fingers, and this is where, well, the barrier, the dimensional barrier that I was in was broken, and the dimensional space that was thrown into Deadpool came back, and this is where Deadpool says, I see you finished the story. Quite interesting. But yes, I am living in 2000, well, mostly he says, yes. I am the person that literally can break the 4 walls. He looks at the screen, and yes, if you want to mention, yes, I know what you all did, you fuckers. This whole fucking year, 2023, 2022, and 2021, all sucks. Let me go back to the Shinobi War. I'd rather be in that fucking world dealing with people than dealing with this place. All you counter culture fuckers are really annoying. This is where Deadpool says. This is where another Deadpool appears right now saying, yo! This is where this Deadpool is literally, well, the actual, like, one, mostly from the redo what if, mostly this what if redo, and the other one was basically the one from the past what if, but yeah. That's where, well, there's 2 of them. One with, well, basically when they both take off their face mask and other things. One basically looks like a fucked up pizza version and other things. And the other one looks like Naruto, but much more handsome and other things. Not a pause, I'm not gay, okay? But I'm just saying. This is where, well, both of them are kind of just grinning. Well, one looks like something that comes out of your horror nightmares, and the other one also, if you're probably in guys' dreams, it might be a horrible nightmare dream also. But for gay people, they probably say hell yeah, and for girls, you get the point. But of course, you get the point, right? But of course, these 2 are basically in this place until I snap my fingers and kick them out, literally saying, "Go back to your own worlds." This is where, well, I literally just kicked them both out and didn't care. This, well, I look at the screen and says, well, this is the end of this what if. Basically, you already know what I look like. I look like a giant potato, but yeah, with a crown. But this is where, well, I go into a humanoid form, and I basically look like my Dark Reku version form, but yeah. Basically, if you don't know what I look like for my Dark Reku version, then you're gonna have to look for older what if, but yeah, not the point. But of course, this is where I look at the screen and says, well, goodbye everyone. This is the end of this what if. I know I will continue on with different other what ifs and different storylines. Now I know what the Luffy what ifs, the Naruto what ifs, the what's it called, Yuji what ifs, and other what ifs. in general, I know I have to finish them. Now, Jujutsu Kaisen, I might be able to finish through manga, because, well, the anime's taking forever and literally doesn't come earlier, faster. Come on, you fuckers. But not the point. Now, of course, with Luffy What Ifs, I know I had them in pause, and I know there's a lot of people really wanting, what's it called, part whatever, I forgot where I last left it off, for part, for, what if, Luffy was the reincarnation of Gojo and Kakashi. I forgot what part I left it on, and I know some people are really waiting for what if Luffy, became a Marine. I forgot what parts I was on. I think I was like part 5, 6, or 7. I don't remember. I know people are really waiting for those series to come out and literally either end or just come out with a new part. I know some people are really just waiting for those parts. For what if Luffy was basically the, well, 8 or became like the Akatsu's, I might redo that one, but yeah. But other than that, in the near future, I will get to all of those what ifs. I will try. If I can't, then I give up. When life puts you down and you want to give up, then just give up. Literally, I don't really have motivation to tell you, but yeah. But not the point. This is where it's the end of this what if, and bye. But yeah. This is where, well, when I was about to end this what if, this is where 2 other Spanish people right now breaks through the dimension and says bye. This is where they wave. But yeah, bye.